BookTube, it's Missy, and today I'm here to share with you guys part 2 of my May book haul. I was waiting for 2 packages from authors that contacted me on my email and wanted to know if I wanted to read some of their things, and I said yes, so I'm very excited to share those with you guys today. I also have some thrift books that I purchased for Mother's Day because they were having a 20% off the entire purchase sale, which is very exciting. You had to buy 4 books, you got 20% off, and with thrift books, if you purchase $10 worth of books, you get free shipping, so that's always awesome. I also have a couple of library books that I just borrowed and a couple books that I purchased from the library bookstore for $1. And lastly, 2 movies that I bought at Target. They were both $5 each. I couldn't help myself. I think they were $5 each. Maybe one was $5 and one was $4. I think that might have been how it went. But let's get started on the haul. The first thing I have here is Spaceballs by Mel Brooks. This is a classic. It's a parody of Star Wars. It's absolutely amazing. I grew up on this movie. I've watched it a million times, but I definitely did not own it, and so I had to rectify that by purchasing it. I believe this was $5, and who would be my favorite character? I think Barf is my favorite character. He's just so gross. I love it. So yes, I think I'll be watching this tonight actually, I haven't seen it in a really long time. The next movie I bought is 9, and this is directed by Tim Burton. Is this stop animation? I can't remember. I've watched this, I think, twice, and I loved it the 2 times that I saw it, and so I had to own it. I own most of Tim Burton's movies, and this is about 9 sack puppets. And the number 9, he's like looking to escape so that way he's not destroyed, I believe. Like I said, I've only seen this movie twice and it was a really, really long time ago. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching this again and sharing it with my kids because I believe they have not seen it yet. So there's those 2. That one was $4, I think, because it was only a DVD and not a Blu-ray. Alright, on to my library finds. I went into the library specifically to purchase the Gunslinger books, and I went in and I actually found them, which was super amazing. So I have here Gunslinger. This is the first book in the Dark Tower series, and then I also found Wizard and Glass. I believe this is, this is book 4 of the Dark Tower series. I will be reading or, listening to the audiobooks of the entire series. I started this month and I will end August or September. I am absolutely loving the Gunslinger, and this one in particular has really cool illustrations added to it. This one also has illustrations, so let me show you a picture. That's way cool. The only bad thing about these books are they are abridged. So it's shortened. I've been listening to the audiobook, and when I go to look for the page number to see where I'm at, there's all this dialogue missing, which is very irritating to me. So even though I have these, I will be buying the entire series in mass market paperback eventually, and then just keep these for the pictures because I really do like the illustrations. But those both were $1 from the library bookstore. Next I have my borrows. I can't remember if I showed this to you guys already, but I did borrow Giant Days Volume 4. This is one of my favorite contemporary graphic novels that I have read ever, and I am definitely looking forward to reading this one. Today is Thursday, which means I went to the library or the bookmobile, and I borrowed Welcome to Night Vale by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor. I read a lot of reviews about this on Goodreads, and a lot of people hate it, and that makes me even more excited to read this. I think it's about aliens. I'm pretty sure it is. It's supposed to be super strange, very weird. And then I saw Erica from The Perks of Books reading this, and so I, of course, immediately, messaged her and said, is it good? And she's all, duh. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading this book. I wanted to read it first before I purchased it from Book Outlet. And it seems like something I would totally love because one, it's weird, and two, it has aliens in it, and that's all I need to know. So yeah, and it's gorgeous. This is the naked hardback, and it's got flies in it with this gradient effect. I don't know. It's on both sides. There's the authors. Woohoo! Anywho, I can't wait to read it. All right, and then the last book that I borrowed from the Bookmobile is Marina, yeah, by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. I had this on my most anticipated reads 2 years ago. This is a gothic tale. I don't know anything else about it. It's YA. Definitely want to pick it up, so hopefully soon. All right, those were all of the library things. The next book I want to show you is from Thrift Books. So there's 2 in this package here. I went a little, not crazy. These books are all $3.59 or $3.99 a piece. So even though there's no shipping, it's still kind of expensive if you don't like buying books. I never pay full price for my books anyway, but I always want to get the cheapest bargain possible. And these books were the cheapest at Thrift Books. I checked Amazon and Book Outlet, so I was excited to find them. Okay, so the first book I have to share with you guys from that package is Feral by Holly Schindler. This says A Wicked Game of Cat and Mouse. So I believe this is a psychological thriller. This is YA. It was on my most anticipated reads list 2 years ago, and there is a theme with all of these thrift books. They were all part of my most anticipated reads lists from the past, and these are all the ones that after I've gone through all of those lists, I am still totally interested in, and so I can't wait to read them. So there's that. The next one I have here is Becoming, that's not even a word, Becoming Darkness, and this is by Lindsay Francis Brambles. I believe this is a vampire book. It is so heavy. Why is it so heavy? Yeah, it's like, it's so much heavier. I believe this is made with like magazine paper. I don't know. I meant to share with you guys underneath the desk. Ooh, my goodness. Look how gorgeous that is. It looks purple on the camera, but in real life it's purple. Well, it's like almost, it's kind of changes color because right here it kind of looks like magenta, but I guess when you turn it on its side, it's purple. Just, you know, when I ramble and I don't make any sense, drone me out and then come back, because I do that a lot, where I get so excited I can't speak and then, you know, losing my marbles. All right, so yeah, the darkness becomes her. I don't know why it's so heavy. Let's look underneath the jacket. Oh, underneath the dust jacket is the same picture, which is super awesome. And on the back side it says, "Now I am eternal." So yeah, I believe this is definitely a vampire book. Nun bin ich. Ooh, I won't read that because I'm going to butcher it. Whatever that says. This. If you know what that says, let me know down below. Thanks. All right. I don't know where to put this. Let's put it on my pillow. All right. The next package I have here is a paperback. So let's see what this is. Again, I probably should bring like a box cutter or scissors, but I never think about that when I'm starting these. I don't know why. All right, so I have here Blue is for Nightmares by Lori Ferrara Stolars. I do own, I think it's the second or the third book, which is White is for something else. I know it's a white cover. There are 4 or 5 books in this series. I can't remember if they're witches. I don't want to, I hate going into these with like ideas of what they are about. I really like this author, so I have purchased a lot of her books on faith because I've read some of her books and they were really good. But this does have a boarding school in it, which makes it more exciting. And each cover is supposed to be maybe a new element or a new power. Again, I don't want to butcher it, so we're going to ignore the fact that I don't know what those are about. I wanted it, and it was cheap, and so I bought it. Speaking of buying books, if you have seen Ariel Bessette's new video on book hauls, let me know down below what you thought of her video. I read a couple of the comments, and some people were complaining that they thought that book hauls were elitist because some people can't afford to buy books. And I get that, but you have to understand there are people who purchase books super cheap, either totally used, or they're $1, or they're given to them. So you can't get mad at people who buy books for super cheap. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I guess you can be mad at whatever you want, but I loved the video on what Ariel Bessette was saying, because book hauls are fun to make and fun to watch, and they make us as a community, because we get to share what we love. So there's that. So if you watch my hauls and you're like, ah, she's so snobby because she buys all these books, just know I don't spend full price on any of this stuff. They're all cheap. I mean, I have children. I can't just go and buy whatever I want. And I save for these. I have my own separate little allowance strictly for books where it comes out of my paycheck and goes into a little stash. That's my book stash, and I only buy books with those. That's my play money to do with what I want. So there's that. Okay, the next book I have here is Vasa in the Night by Sarah Porter. This was on my most anticipated reads last year. Was it last year? Yeah. It sounded really cool, and now I don't really oh yeah, that's right. It's a Russian folk tale about Baba Yaga. That's why I wanted it, because I read about Baba Yaga and I really, really liked this story, and so when I heard that this had Baba Yaga in it, I wanted to read it. It's not very long. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than this, so that might be a good thing. It might be a bad thing. I don't know. It's up to you. So there's the cover. It's just matte. I'm used to seeing like shiny font. This is pretty though. And it's got gray end pages. So there's that. All of these should be in like almost excellent condition. At least that's what I chose. Sometimes when you pick good, it comes out smelling like cigarettes, or the ends are all crinkled. I don't know. All right, I have two more packs. So three more of these thrift book packages. I'm sorry if you hate me at the end of this book haul. I just ramble and ramble and ramble. I don't know what to say. All right. Ooh, yes. Okay. The next book is Secret of the Sevens by Lindquist, a singer at Singer Academy to whom much is given, much is expected. This is a boarding school book about a murder and some kind of secret society, I believe. Yeah, the Society of Seven. Be warned, do not take this vow lightly. I was really looking forward to this. And a lot of these books like this is not at my library, so if it's not at my library, I have to buy them if I want to read them, because nobody else in my circle of friends and family read, so it's not like they would have the book to borrow. Alright, next is another paperback, and it is, oh yes, Stone Cold, I keep saying Stone Cold, Steve Austin. Stone Cove Island. This is by Suzanne Myers. I did borrow this, or excuse me, I got this from NetGalley last year and really was looking forward to reading it, and because it's an ebook and you know me, I have a hard time getting to ebooks, I decided I would buy it instead. And this is about a girl who is working at a lighthouse, and they just had this huge hurricane, and with the hurricane things are unearthed and there's a mystery that the girl needs to solve. So there's that. Looking forward to reading that one. All right, and the last, I have an avalanche going. The last Thrift Books package is a hardcover. I'm going to take off all of those stickers. Hopefully they come off of the paperbacks. Sometimes they don't come off the paperbacks and I end up having to keep them on forever. I was trying to see if I had any behind me that I could show you. All right, and the very last book is, yay, The Bargaining by Carly Ann West. She is the author of The Murmurings, which I also own. I haven't read it yet, but it sounded really cool, and this sounded really cool, and so I got it. A deep exhale, grumbling so low, at first I think it's thunder, but then the lowest register of a voice utters two words. At the tail of that breath, you are it. I don't know what that means, but I'm super excited to read it. Whenever I see a cover that has woods on it, I'm always expecting it to be super scary, and so I'm looking forward to this read. It's just black and white or black and silver, kind of boring, but yeah, definitely looking forward to that one. All right, the last two packages I have to share with you guys are, the ones from the authors. So I'll start with this one here. This is from Trace Conger, I think that's how you say, or Conger. This is going to be a novella, and yay! So yeah, Trace is the author. Okay, so this is a novella, but it's called The White Boy. It's a horror, and the reason why I wanted to read it was because of the, signed it. To Missy, hope this keeps you up at night. I really want it to keep me up at night. And then I got a bookmark with all of the other books. Really looking forward to reading this novella. When the author sent me the email asking me if I wanted to check out his novella and read it and share it with you guys, I read the synopsis and was like, yep. And it's about a boy who sees pretty much a ghost in his room. And that's all I needed to know. And he said it's kind of what his son said, which made him want to write this, I believe. I'll have to double check with my email, but I think that's what he said. Just knowing that there's just a teeny bit of truth to this novella makes it even more amazing. And yeah, I'm definitely planning on, because it is, how long is this? Ooh, it's 100 pages. I'll be reading this month because I just can't wait. So yeah, so thank you so much, Trace, for sending me your novella for the bookmark. I'm super excited to read it, and I will let you know all about my review by the end of the month. The last package that I want to share with you guys is this beautiful box here. Ellen, I'm not sure what the publisher's name is, but Ellen contacted me asking me if I wanted to read and review D.E. Knight's new middle grade fantasy, and that with the book would come this beautiful box with other items inside, and I was totally excited because you all know how much I love middle grade, and so yeah, I said yes. And this is one of the boxes I was waiting for in order to make this video. So I have a pair of scissors, but it looks like it's going to be fairly easy. I say that now. Fairly easy to open. So let me just take off this tape. Oh yeah, it was easy. All right, put the tape down. And let's see. Oh, some sneaky peekies, shall we? Woo! All right, It says, this magical box was personally created and boxed just for you by D.E. Knight, which of course is the author. And the book that she sent me is called The Crowns of Croswald. Again, it's a middle grade fantasy. It's about a boarding school and magical learning. I hate comparing everything to Harry Potter, but that was the first magical school book that I read. So it's got magical elements, it's got a boarding school, it's got kids learning, you know, how to do things. So I'm very excited. All right, the first thing in the box is this, says Glannery? Why can't I say that? Oh, it opens up. No, it doesn't. I don't know what it does. Anyways, it looks like glitter. Oh, you know what I think this is? It's probably just... Oh my god, that little piece of paper that came out turned it on. Oh my gosh, I love it. Can you see? It's lit up. Oh, it doesn't shake. I thought it might shake. It's so cool. Yay! So it's a light, and I'm going to stick it on my bookcase because it's gorgeous and I love it. Eee! How do I turn it off? Do I just unscrew it? Oh, yay! You unscrew it and it turns off. Alright, what's next? Next is the book itself. Oh, it's so pretty. So there's the book. It's very buttery. It says, in Croswald, the only thing more powerful than dark magic is one secret. I am definitely looking forward to reading this. I will let you guys know how I like it. Oh, cute. I love little illustrations. So, yeah. If you like middle grade fantasy, stay tuned and I will give you guys a review on this book. What else is in here? There is... the publicist. So this is by JKS Communications, and the Glenagerie bottle instructions. So I, accidentally figured out how it works, which is very cool. I have the why can't I say that word? Glenagerie bottle. Is a vessel full of charmed spring water. That's what it represents. Super cute. And the last thing is a little message from the author. Oh, this box has lots of stuff in it. So it's got another one of those little postcard things. It's got a release letter from the publishing house, like why she was inspired, like Q&A of the author and her story, and oh, cute, and the paper that was in the box itself is kind of like a newspaper from the story. Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm going to keep it. How creative. So amazing. Thank you so much, Ellen and JKS Publishing, for sending me this beautiful box. I cannot wait to read this middle grade fantasy. It just sounds so cute and up my alley. I'm definitely looking forward to reading that one. Hi, Future Missy here. I know this video is totally over and I said I wasn't going to add any more books for the month, and so that's why I'm adding these two books onto this video. I did purchase a Stephen King book at the beginning of the month, and that is from World Books, as you can see. And then they emailed me like 2 weeks later saying that the book that I purchased, which was 4 Past Midnight, was actually damaged in the warehouse, and so they weren't going to send it to me. And if I had any other books that they had in stock that I wanted, or I could get a refund, And since I didn't really want a refund because it was like $6, I decided I would just look through my Amazon wish list to find a book that I had from the company that was equivalent to the price of the Stephen King book. So I wouldn't have purchased this book in a really long time because I don't know when I'm going to get to the first book, but this is the sequel. And so let me share it with you guys. I really, really wanted 4 Past Midnight, and now it's $36, which is so annoying. And so the book that I got was Crimson. Can I do it? Lots of people do this and they look fine. Let me see. Anyways, this is the sequel to Scarlet. I don't know if you can see that. There's Scarlet. Yeah, this is a vampire book. I love vampires, and so I do want to read this at some point in time. I'm happy to have the second one, but I really would have rather had 4 Past Midnight. But anyway, this is called Crimson. It says Your Rivers Will Run Red. This is by Thomas Empson. And if you have read this vampire series, let me know. There's 3 altogether. So it's Scarlet, Crimson, and then what's the other one starts with a K as well. I can't remember what it is. It's also on my wish list, so one of these days I'll buy it. And the final book of the month that I want to share with you guys is in this Amazon box. I was browsing through my wish list and I noticed that this book went down in price about like $5 or $6, and so I got really excited and I had to buy it. So let's open it up, shall we? I've been dying for this book. And I also watched this video, which I will leave the link down below, which made me go and look up on Amazon if these books had decreased in price. I can't remember the girl's name. I don't follow her on YouTube, although after watching this video I did click subscribe. She has a whole video of her Alice in Wonderland collection, and I absolutely love Alice in Wonderland, and so I had to buy this gigantic beautiful book. This is Alice's Wonderland, A Visual Journey Through Lois Carroll's Mad, Mad World. Oh my god, it is so beautiful. This is by Catherine Nichols with a foreword by Mark Burstein. I don't know who that is. But yeah, let's just look underneath the dust jacket, shall we? So it's the same as the cover. Such a big book. And those are the end pages. Love it. And let's see what's inside. This book is so heavy. Just like the Labyrinth book that I purchased a couple months ago for my birthday, this is going to talk about all of the different kinds of Alice in Wonderlands in the past. Books and TV shows and movies, and where they got their ideas from, and there's some movie posters here. I am super excited to go through this entire thing and read it word for word. Yes, absolutely love it. I really like these giant coffee table books. I don't know where I'm going to put it on my shelf, but I am going to take my Queen of Hearts and my Mad Hatter and put them in front of this book on my lower bookshelf here that I have, that my husband bought me for my birthday, because I already have my little Labyrinth theme with all of my little characters going on. So I think I'll put my Alice in Wonderland on the opposite corner. I'm not sure how it's going to stay up. We'll see. Maybe I can put a what are they called? Like a bookend behind to hold the book up, and then I'll stick all of the people that I have here in front of it. So I might need to go buy the Cheshire Cat. I do have that on my wish list as well. Oh my gosh, I'm so stinking excited for this book. If you have this book and you've read it already, let me know down below. Back to your previous video. Bye! Okay, here are all of the books that I either got sent or I purchased from the library bookstore or thrift books. I want to thank again Trace and D.E. Knight for sending me their books. I am definitely looking forward to reading them. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what book I should start with first. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!